It was.
No, he left. He left yesterday. As usual.
Hi, Phil.
Hey.
Why don't you just put it down?
Then I can play.
And someone's gonna come along and knock it over.
I
It'll be
know,
my
that's
fault.
the thing. It's also going to be tilted, but that's okay.
Where's the tripod?
The tripod! Hey, James! Can you get the tripod?
Would that be okay?
Can you get the tripod?
Oh, yeah.
It's under the...
That way I wouldn't have to worry about bringing your
Did you show George those tapes?
I haven't because he showed up at a time when I was here.
That was his class in Myrtle Beach. It was tapes.
That's great.
So I have the originals on the CD. Recorded on DAT.
Put it on the ground there.
Put it on the ground?
Yeah, we'll put it...
I know.
Where's my plate? Oh,
Come on, let's go.
I don't know, it must be on the desk. You know what? Maybe it's in here. I need to... Wait, it's probably on the desk. You know what? It's okay, this is fine.
Change the pace. Other way. Huh. Oh, you guys are good.
You got it?
All right, other way. All right, other way.
All right.
Good on.
Yeah. No. Is that yours?
Mine, no.
No.
Maybe it's Mike. Maybe it's Mike.
Okay, you want to hold this for a second?
Don Yuko, ladies and gentlemen.
Don Yuko.
I don't know who it is.
It might be Mike.
Cell phone.
Last year we sang to a song of yours. I think it was Ustad Danyavan. You remember that?
No.
Or you didn't see the footage, did you?
Make a wish.
Alright. This will be good. We may have to move back.
Wait, your name is Marco?
I was going to give him the stereophonic effect, but we'll probably be in two different keys. You stay right there.
Don't bother me.
There you go.
Go.
Sing a song of mayhem, sing of the joy and magic touch of love will bring. Sing it loud, sing it bright, for the rest of your life. Never could you sing it long enough to give the praise that he is worthy of. You came to show that every heart could share.
Hey, Baba! Hey, Baba!
In the castles in the dark that we might see. Above the noise and traffic from the silence that we might see. Of the joy You'll get the praise that he is worthy of. And just to show the depth with which he cares. Right for the rest of your life. Never heard you singing like
Holy mackerel. It's singing the song of Mirabelle. Did you get that from Price Choppers? One more time. Encore performance. Wow.
For the camera.
Is it a comment of what your room was like last
for the
night?
camera.
Oh, all right. I wondered where I left those.
Just in case I missed it. No, but the camera does.
आए मेरे बाबा चैनी के बासु बुझावे नाड़ जालतनी कड़ खुद राने परमातु शेलागी अशबाक्तोने के बाक्षे नूरे मातु मेरे बाबा की जय अवतार मेरे बाबा की जय अवतार मेरे बाबा की जय
Okay, let's party.
So much for the moment of silence.
That was good for a Brooklyn act.
He held out as long as he
Reasonably good.
get it to the end.
Amen Baba ki! Amen Baba ki! Amen Baba ki!
I lost my avatar mirror Baba keychain.
Do something, somebody. Grab the drum, Michael.
I got one.
Just improv. Anybody. Follow your heart. Keep your clothes on.
Well, make up your mind, buddy.
gave her the check in the center. Okay, and what it is going to be is, I have to check all of my figures. But this is basically what I have to start with. I have to check the figures and everything. I gave you 2 of these and the 500 original. I got 500 last year. 500. I gave a 500 when I set up for this year's date, which would have been about a month after last year. So it would have been something. So, and I gave you 2 of those. I mean, later on, I can send you photo stats of all that. Because what I usually do is give you 500 to start, then I give you 2 1580s, and then I pay you. And then if I get to put it on the computer and analyze all the stuff, whatever the difference is, I send the difference. Okay? Again, thank you for your help. I know it was wild for you. I mean, we didn't even know Karen. I mean, that we constantly deal with that one.
So it's not always the side of it. We all use it work. I've tried years. Whatever. And you could know every gesture. Never a lot of great artists and musicians. I feel a little bit better. Only consolation I do. Meher Baba.
It's the tiles. They're all packed up in a box.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, we have to leave now.
Get my hair.
Okay, I just got to grab my bag. Wait, you want me to drive the car up here? Yeah, I went wrong. Oh, okay. All right, Doc. Okay, Donnie. Great job.
That was a nice smile.
That's sweet.
They were developed already.
Organization is very good working very good.
She has a halo.
How are you doing?
How do I look?
More rested than ever. Maybe it's better when you're away from the trust. Then we give you a chair.
But up till now I was doing trust work.
Really?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Emails, huh?
Ah, yeah.
But here we give you a chair. You're a chairman with a chair here.
Yeah. They are without chair.
Without a chair.
But they are also one
That's
business
good.
class chair with you.
Oh, business class. Look here, Angie. Angela. Good. It was a very good weekend.
It was, yes, very nice. And this time I felt that Baba has released his wave of love. And
Yes.
it is touching every heart. So this year program, of course programs are always there, but good, very touching. But I felt that now they are coming closer and closer.
And I think there are young people also coming in a new wave. I feel it. So you will.
And very charged.
Where is George? Where is George? He's at home.
Cooking.
Cooking.
House husband, yeah.
He's my house husband.
He must be cooking.
Yeah.
How many work for lunch?
But you are very active. Yeah,
So busy.
really, I am so happy.
But I'm very happy to serve. It gives me a lot of pleasure.
And others, how many are cooking?
Very few people said they're coming. There are more people here than said are coming, so I don't know.
So can I invite everyone to have some tea and cake, and then Bauji can start his talk? Is that good?
That will be better.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
there are some who are to come,
Yeah.
so they will come back.
Yeah. So in the dining room, there's coffee, there's hot water for tea, and there's lots of goodies. So please help yourself.
You're so
Thank
sweet.
you. Thanks to.
You have to ask twice.
So
Don't be shy.
We'll see you soon.
Eric, you'll be there.
I will be here, I will not go.
Don't go. No chance.
Tomorrow I am going.
Don't go.
Affected by the weather.
That's a good
Whether it is cold or hot,
Same
the
jacket.
coat should
Same
be there.
jacket, I'm affected by the weather, that's true.
Coat should be there.
It's no cheer at all, no cheer,
They're here,
because I cannot, I have no,
There is some talk there.
but I cannot.
No cheer and no fear.
Yes.
So what should be there?
Yes. That's the key, right? Not to
No, no fear, it is all right. But no cheer.
No, we cheer.
The programs here went up very well. Went up very well. And that day we went to Sufi Center here, Sheikh. And Sufi Center also whatever they asked me to do, I obeyed 100%. Though I could not bend, but I did. I did there. I don't know how many times.
A lot, more than 3.
In order to please them. And I did not know that they have called me for this purpose. I thought that I just hardly, I even could not complete that one incident which I was telling. And the Shrika said that now prayer time. So prayer time, of course I did. Baba had been to Kashmir and he was going for Mas tour, to contact Mas. So some guide was needed. So one boy about 18 years old, Abdullah. So he says that I know every nook and corner of Kashmir. I can take you wherever you want. So he was engaged as guide. So he was the one, he put two conditions before Baba. One condition that he performs prayer 5 times. 5 times a day according to Quran. Baba said agreed. Then he says that I also smoke. So whenever I feel like smoking, the veins will be stopped here. Baba said agreed. And now 5 times his namaz means prayer. He would forget. And Baba would remind him, what about your prayer? So then, of course, he would do it. He would just get out of the vein and then he would do that. But that doing, it makes a world of difference. Just like the routine, ritual, mechanical. If you do mechanical, it has no importance. But one must do it. There our office is there, trust office at Ahmednagar. All Muslims are there. And their prayer 5 times. So the Sheikh Imam means the head. He just Allahu Akbar, but Allah, not here. That is routine. So there was one emperor in India. His name was Aurangzeb. He was very, very orthodox. Very orthodox. Everyone, according to his order, everyone should go to the mosque for prayer. So there was one must. His name was Sir Must. He was God next door. Whether he was needed to go to mosque. So then somebody complained against him that Sir Must does not go to the mosque. So then the emperor gave the order. If he does not go, then he should be taken bodily to the mosque at the prayer time. So he was taken bodily. He had his followers too, because he was very advanced. So then Sheikh Imam, he stood up and he started Allahu Akbar. Here is Allah. Pay attention. Allahu Akbar. And this Sir Must says, your Allah is under my feet. And it was too much for them to bear. Immediately they informed the Sheikh Imam, the highest priest. And he says, chop off his head. And immediately his head was cut. His followers were there. And they said that, they thought that without any reason, he is the slave of the master, slave of Allah. And when he has said this, there must be something. So they said that this place, that where his feet were there, it should be dug. So it was dug. When dug, there was a vessel of coin was found. So then of course they went to the emperor and said to him that of course our head of our master is cut. But now whatever he said, it was found. So now call the Sheikh Imam and ask him what he was thinking when he was praying. So Emperor called that man and he said that tell me the truth, otherwise your head will also be chopped off. Tell me the truth, what you were thinking when you were praying. He says, I was thinking about money. And that's why your Allah is under my feet. His big tomb is there in Delhi, and people follow. People go there. So that is, it is called ritual ceremony. We perform ritual ceremony thinking that yes, it is, we are following Allah. Allah is not pleased with that. God is not pleased when we do all this. He has no effect. He is not affected by this. He wants love. Whether you put the fingers here or fingers here, nothing, it does not make any difference to him. It should come from the heart. If you dare do it, pray, sun is there and you pray, the sun will hear the prayer. No, that is divine sun. Divine sun should be prayed. Not this sun. Allah Mia, what do you say?
I think that if Baba said to us that even we pray this master prayer automatically, we will still be benefited if we will pray this.
Automatically?
Yeah. His prayer, master prayer.
Yes, automatically everyone prays. Automatically.
Yeah, but master prayer, he said that we...
Mechanically.
Mechanically, yeah, I'm sorry. Mechanically, yeah. Is it
Yes,
Baba said?
That is the order, that is, he knows that how we are. Our mind just goes here and there. That ice cream, anything, I must go eat, and here you pray, what is the use? And that's why he says, even mechanically if you pray, I am praying for you all. So you will get the effect. That is different thing. When he has said this.
But to me, they sound with their love in Sufi group. When they sound those, sing those Allah, it was laughing with their...
I don't say that their love is not there, but love, it is quite different thing. It is not love, they are not conscious of doing this when love is there. Just bending and coming, bending and coming. You don't remain conscious of your body, outer activities. You remain absorbed. That is there. And in that, of course, you need not do this or that. Nothing, it is just natural. If you do it like this, that is also all right. If you do it like this, it is all right. If you don't do anything, that is also all right. That's love. It's not that you should do this and do that, and that is the prayer. That is the rule we have made. That you should do like this, do like that. No. There can be no rule when the love is concerned. Love can be expressed in any way. Allah Mia was very happy.
Yeah, I was happy, yeah.
Very, very happy. And are you doing this?
No, this I tried. I couldn't because, but I was happy because of this. It does not matter, but I was happy to hear this name.
I tried to please them.
You were great.
And I tried to please him also because out of love I did it. But one thing, when I would bend this, So in order to please them. So what is there? In order to please anyone, it is all right. All right, you want, oh, I'm doing, but just have love for that. Allah Mia, very, very happy.
Yeah, I was happy. It was nice to hear my own name.
Everybody repeating your name.
No, I don't say the same thing if it is out of love, then of course there is nothing. Anyway you do, but love should be there. But generally people just do outwardly and don't take shelter under heart. So it has no meaning. And when heart comes, then of course heart quite different. Heart does not say you bend and do this and do that. No. Once Baba said, there was one place in northern India, and they had constructed near abode for Baba. And when it was constructed, they wrote a letter to Baba saying that Baba, you must have certain rules here. People come and they may do anything, so certain rules should be there. Baba said, it requires no rule. Those who come, I am there if they bring me in their heart. And if they bring me in their heart, then of course how they should bring in the heart, for that rule is required? No. So no rule should be there. So that is the thing. Allah Mia was very happy. You just go 10 times, you must do that prayer.
But they have.
You will get liberation.
I don't want liberation. First of all, I should know what it is.
All right, you will get God realization.
First, you answer my question, what it is. I have to know what I want. But I did like this because they have very beautiful voices and they sound, I heard that they sound, they sing it with love. They sound with love. For whom, I don't know, but it was nice.
No sound you liked, it was good. He makes sound. He also makes sound. He's sitting looking at him. See,
Looking at Baba's picture.
He makes sound, but his sound nobody can hear. His hand, of course, just moves here and there. That is his sound. So that is not his prayer. Because you just say that he does not say anything quietly. He just makes. So sound, of course, one can make sound. But that rules, everyone, that is for everyone, that is no good. If you express your love through that, it is all right. I don't blame them. But it should not become a rule that everyone should do that. I did that in order to please them.
Yeah, I surprised how you did it.
In order to please them.
I tried to do the same, but
at
I
the same
couldn't.
time, I did for Baba. That was also there. But even for love, in order to please them, the way the expression was changed. What they liked, of course I did.
Good, Bhau. Bhau?
Good one, she is good one. When you go to Baba Samadhi, what do you do?
Just go in and try to feel that.
That day in Myrtle Beach, Janki was there. And Janki, of course I heard about her. She gives instruction, do this and do that. So before others, I said, Janki, never do such a thing. Never do such a thing.
You mean when going into Samadhi? When going into Baba Samadhi?
Mm.
But as Baba lovers, we start to do the same thing that everyone does anyway, you know, like everybody.
If you do it with love, it's all right, but it is not that you are bound to do that. If you don't like, it is not. If you like, it is all right.
But I think what I see is that some people do it because everyone else is doing it, you know.
So that is not everyone should, everyone is doing and that's why I must do, that is not. Whatever I feel doing, I must express my love in my own way. That should not be there. Once, yesterday I had told that Baba would not allow anyone to bow down. And in 1958, because he would not be able to embrace so many thousands he had met with an accident, he would not be able to bend. But still, on his birthday, 701 poor people. Of course, he was sitting on the floor and he was washing the feet of those people and bowing down. So, what happened? They insisted, Baba, just one day allow us to bow down to you. I said, all right. One person came and prostrated before him. And Baba was just waiting when he would get up. And he would not get up. So Baba says to others, come and see whether he is dead or alive. So there are persons at Samadhi, they just do it, they prostrate and they don't get up. So they don't get up. And then of course others, they are there, so they also follow. They also follow and others of course, they are just waiting and waiting. Waiting, they do not disturb them. So it is no good. It is no good. They prostrate before, so always say whether he is dead or alive. If anyone does not get up, say whether you are dead or alive. I told Nana Kher, who was there. So Nana Kher, he would go first. And when he would go first, of course he would do that. So everyone also would do that. And I came to know. So I said, Nana, if you do it, of course I don't stop you, but do it at the end, not in the beginning. Your expression of love is there. If you do it at the end, not in the beginning. Others, they wait and then they follow suit. They also do it like this, and others, they wait. So they think that this man, of course, taking so much time, so they feel bad about it, and you just remain there. So then he started doing this afterwards, not in the beginning. So now you have come, just we'll talk about what about the work and this, any difficulty, this, that. So you are free to ask me. Sudhir, what work you do?
Computers.
Computers?
Yes.
No, for the center.
Oh, center, I don't do much work.
No, much work.
No.
All little work. What is that little work?
Once in a while I help out in events, but not much.
Help out.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is good. It is the work. What work?
I don't know yet. I haven't started.
When she comes to India, of course she wants to do anything. Yes. She is very anxious to do anything. Here she will do, but nobody asks her. She is talented.
Yes, sir.
So ask him about the work. Tell him to come and work for the center. That is his prayer. You just say that people are poor, serve the poor there.
Well, I have a question about, I mean, it's sort of general, but it seems like all my questions are about money. But as the Baba group expands and we do more things, and now we're talking about eventually maybe, down in the future at some point getting a physical space for a Baba home. The question is about raising money and how to go about raising money in a way that is.
Yes,
Yeah.
I just give one example. There was Sahwas program at Mehrabad in 1955, and those who wanted to join that, so each one should pay 20 rupees. 20 rupees. So of course they paid 20 rupees. And they came. Now there were 4 groups. One group left. So after a week, one group left. Second week, another week. But then Mandi members were there. So Pilgrim's kitchen was separate kitchen for them, and for us, separate kitchen. Now what happened, when people would come, we would also eat in the same kitchen. But now what happened, then, and when of course one group would go 2 days, then we have to return to our own kitchen. Now you know Ali Akbar Sahib Zaman, Alaba. So after the group left, Baba came. Baba came and Baba inquires, what do you eat today? Baba and Alaba said, Baba, rice, dal, chutney, you know? Chutney and onion. This chutney? You ate chutney? That means the pilgrims, they give you donation for themselves, and you ate chutney out of that. So how chutney? It is that at the cost of them, it is dishonesty. Dishonesty, never do such a thing. You must go back to your own kitchen and eat only rice and dal, no chutney. No chutney. So even the slightest thing, he would take care of that. So you raise money, it is all right, but the money should be utilized properly. He was very, very particular about that. That money should be used properly. Now, he has given this trust business for the first time. In any other advent, of course, trust was not there. Buddha did not create trust. Krishna did not create trust. Muhammad did not create trust. And of course, Jesus did not create trust. Only in this age, trust was created. And why did Baba create the trust? Because this age is for labor phase. And what is labor phase? If you have any job, you follow the conditions and you do for him, that is all right, that is labor phase. If you have any business, do for him and then follow the conditions. Conditions he has given. So that is labor phase. If you have farming, do farming. So there is nothing, this is called labor phase. So labor phase for this purpose, but with honesty. So he had already, it is not that you should just go and just have these prayers and this and bow down. No, just do it. So then of course day-to-day life, how to live. So for that purpose, of course, honesty is required. We are doing this honesty, sincerity, love. If you are doing for him, so you have to follow the honesty, love, then of course sincerity. And it is prayer in action. You are praying to him in action, not just like this. So that is true prayer. So for this purpose only, so why he created this trust, and he involved all the Mandi members, those who did not know anything. Mani, Baba's sister, she was the chairman of the trust. And when the balance sheet came to her to examine, she said, how correct our account is. Assets and liability go equal. So we did not know anything all these years with Baba. And he gave this work just to put an example before others. Otherwise, we would not mix with anyone. We would be out of the world, all the time out of the world. Wherever Baba would be, just in that place and would never go out. Did not know anything. But why did he put us as a trustees, all the Mali members, why did he get involved? In order to set up that example. This is just the age of action. Take action. There is no time for anyone to meditate. Buddha's time, leave everything, renounce the world. But Baba did that. He renounced Meherazad, 700 acres of land there. 10 rupees, 50 rupees within 15 days. Finish. What care he had for this? Just nothing left except his samadhi in his name. And he said that this is old property, I cannot give to anyone. So only samadhi in his name. And other land, everything disposed of. Now for this, what cost is now? So whether Baba did not know that it would happen, but he has to just put that. His way is quite different. It is not that because it will become very costly, because now our trust is there, so people of course taking advantage of so much they demand, little piece. And people come and they just buy and pay any price. And we are facing difficulty. So when this came, we did not keep money with us. Still we don't keep. It is in the office. We don't keep. But account very, very clear. Should not be misused money. Should not be misused. Previously, when I was taken as a trustee, I would just go by state transport to Bombay 2 times, 3 times in a week. Pune, twice, thrice, so many cases, all this, and I would be just, because no money, and I would not take from the trust. We were very particular about that case, trust case, and we would not spend. Very, very difficult situation we have passed through. Very difficult. So, to collect money for just having a center or this or for its work, center's work, then of course that is different. But one should be particular about it. Honesty. And honesty, it is not that, of course, this is the receipt I have, but when you purchase anything, you must also see that whether this is the proper price for that. That is also necessary. So, and that's why this age is there. So, any work you are doing, your own work, just know that it is I am doing for him. Remain honest, sincere, loving, so that of course he may feel pleased. So Allah Mia, you are allowed to go and pray 5 times a day.
I am what?
He said you're allowed to go and pray.
5 times?
I like to go. Yeah, I do.
5 times.
Maybe 10.
Maybe I will change my mind.
5 times. It is good prayer. But here pain is there. You must forget. In love for God, pain, this, forget. Just have it. Now, no, it is a really good question.
That's a good question.
Really good.
I have a dream of, my wife is from Thailand, and I have a dream of learning the language, Thai, thoroughly and completely. And then my dream is to translate God Speaks into Thai.
Good.
Do you think that's a good idea? And do you think, what resources should I make use of to understand God Speaks, to be able to do that?
To understand God Speaks, of course, what resource I should...
Short God realization.
Only thing that I should say God speaks. God must speak through our action. That is real God speaks. So, God speaks, you have to translate into Thai. Just try your best how to translate it. You must know the language properly. Seek permission from Dan Stephen, because he is in charge. And then of course he reviews. So when it is past, then print. Allah Mia, what happened? You were also translating?
Yeah, I did. But only I who can read it, nobody else. My translation wasn't good.
But
yeah.
Was not good?
I suppose so.
You translate in Russian?
Yes.
Yeah, but I did it, I do not know why, but I did it for myself, I
That
guess.
was your meditation in action. You did it.
The question is about God speaks, by the way, because Don Stevens said that God speaks even if you read mechanically. It's enloaded with spiritual energy and develop your intuition. So this what Baba told him, and it was big discussion in Glow magazine about this statement. So I would like to ask you, what do you think?
That day, of course, Nasavan asked me, and it was, he took the video, I think, that day when we went to Nasavan. Video was taken. So whatever question he asked, I did not just say that Don Stevens says so, he says wrong. He feels like that. Yes, he's right. Whatever you feel, you do accordingly. That is the theme Baba has given. But the theme should not remain theme, but it should come in our experience. So that is the important thing. Now we just talk about the planes. And planes, of course, we don't experience, but it gives the idea, understanding, because we want to understand. So Baba has given that. So given are them, but we must put them into action. Those words, we must find out where is the plane. So that we have to do. And God speaks such a thing, of course. In previous Advent, he never gave very good mythological stories. Adam and Eve. Then, of course, in Islam, there is another story, very significant. But still they think that Muhammad was the messenger of God. All right. But whatever, whether he is messenger, whatever he may be. But what we have to do, what we should put into action, Zoroaster. Oh yes, only Zoroaster. And now, because rituals and ceremonies, so many things, and they have become so rigid in that. How many are there now? Iranis,
Where?
Zoroastrian.
In the world?
In the
About
world.
100,000 or less.
Yes. This happens. Rigidity.
I have a question about, we want to build a center at some point that's in Manhattan, and right now I feel that we're in the phase of asking everyone what they would like in a center, and everyone has very different ideas, and many people feel very strongly about even the same thing. So some people, they want to have meetings where we study Baba's words more, and other people say, well, we don't want to do that, we want to do this, and then some people say they want to have service in a way, like some sort of way to remember God in a
Really speaking,
weekly,
in this age, Baba did not say that you just have the temples or mosque. Center, he has said that he has made it very clear, every heart is his center. Every heart is his center. So now, so far the work is concerned. So for the sake of work, if you want to come together and work for him, so if you think that center, but if this agreement is there, so we should not also discard the disagreement. We should just know that why this disagreement, what they want to, what is their opinion. And if you think that yes, it is necessary, so you should have the center. And what activities should be there in the center. Our trust is the example for that. What objects Baba has given, what objects under the trust, what objects he has given. So we should just, when we start the center, so center of course gathering, or Baba lovers, they gather, of course different activities you can find out for them, and at the same time service. When question of service comes, it is the most important thing. You are not to serve anyone. God is in everyone and everything, and it is everyone's duty to serve God. So if you serve anyone, never think that you are serving that person. God needs your service and you are rendering that service to Him. This should be the motto. It is not that we are serving, we are doing this work, that work. It's your duty, you are doing that. Always that don't bring this I am doing this, I am doing that. No, it is your duty. If you can afford to do it. If you cannot afford to do it, then don't do it. Just see the people, they are suffering, and of course you cannot help outwardly, but inwardly you can help. And what is that inward help? You can pray to God. God, why do you suffer in them? Why do you suffer? We don't like that you should suffer. At least give us something, how to serve you in them. So but that is it. If you have this this feeling for others, it is all right. But it is not that when it is not possible, so to create headache. Center, of course, you require one place, otherwise heart is the center. And heart, if you don't make the heart center, what is the use of the center, creating center? Heart should be there. So then, of course, when in San Francisco it was happening, they were fighting among themselves. Fighting that no, because their politics is very strong. Very strong politics in San Francisco. So reason, and for everything, reason, why this, why not? So this would go on for years together. Then they came into conclusion that yes, we need some place. Why? They would rent. Sometimes they would get a place, sometimes they would not get. Sometimes if they would get, so that place will not be convenient for all. It was not in the central place. So when such all these difficulties they were facing, then they came into conclusion that no, we must find out the place so that everyone, it should be easy for people to come, central place. So now they found, and last year when I came here, they had taken me to show. And I said, yes, sir, it is good. So this year the opening is there. Opening is there. and opening that too, they want that I should do it. So when we realize that importance of it because of the work, so and then you all decide wholeheartedly, yes, it is necessary for his work. He can do his work there. Actually, he does his own work. He does not need anyone. But when we want to become the medium to help him, he feels happy. But that should not be for ourselves. That should be for him. So when that situation comes and you decide and everyone cooperate 100%, then of course it is not bad idea. There are so many centers in India, everywhere center. So many centers previously Baba had sent me to one place and hardly 5 persons came. Last year when I went, they invited me 8,000. 8,000 in the same place. Politics, very strong politics there. Now this time 8,000. And I was also amazed that this is the place where I came. Baba had sent me and 5 persons. So it happens now 8,000 people. So we must just find out the place, In Delhi, what they have done, big center is constructed, but then of course there are different localities far away, 45 miles. So they will not come, which is not possible for them to come there every week. So once in a year in that center, those who are close ones, for them are every week. But for others, so in locality, in the houses, they can have that meeting. So it is a very good arrangement. So nobody feels inconvenience. And then once a year or twice a year, they come together. And that's good. Now today, invitation has come to me from Delhi. From Delhi, it is in the month of December, and I am here and they sent here email. Yes, email, because they know that December, generally in India, I avoid. I don't go because the work is there in the trust, so I don't go. But now people are thinking he goes to West and he does not come here. Yes. This time Golden Jubilee was there everywhere in South and North, but I could not go. I could not go, and at that time, according to the doctor's instruction, business chair, and of course I would just lie down in the chair and dictate. So they had come, different parties approached me, and when they saw me in this position, of course they did not say anything, messages. So they had sent people from different channels to collect my talk. And then it was in television, of course it was broadcasted. So now I have come here, and daily plane is there, plane goes there. I cannot say no to them, because if they say that why don't you come here, I said you go to the West. I say that by plane of course it is easy for me. So plane is there. So I cannot say down no. But work, December, lot of work. Because of Amar Tithi. First Christmas program, and then Amar Tithi program begins. And then Baba's birthday comes. But anyway, this year I will go there. I will go there. So center, it is a good idea. Good idea provided others should agree, willingly, lovingly. Then it is a good idea. What do you think?
Everybody thinks it's a good idea, but not that many people really want to work for it.
That is also difficulty, and I just see, here, New York, very busy city, and work. So people they don't find time. Time also, that is also to be considered. It is a good thing to devote time, but how to devote? So that is also a difficult thing. So then of course you need many workers, 2 hours, 3 hours work when 3 days somebody gets. So like this you have to divide. And when center is there, then of course you are committed. So committed, you must fulfill your commitment. When you go to movie, instead of going to movie, go there and work. Yes. Movie everyone goes. It is a very good thing. I don't blame. I don't blame that it is a bad thing. You should not. Some recreation should be there. We would also go to movie when Baba would take, but he would not allow us to see the whole thing. Just sometime, only sometime, when the interest would come, he would let go. It happened so many times. Only one movie he allowed us to see. Though he did not stay there, he left, and that was 10 Commandments. So we saw it was a good movie, 10 Commandments. So he allowed us, he asked us to see, and he left. And 68, I would not like to go to movie. And he would send me. He would send me and he would just say that go, so make me so 3 to 6, because I had to be there in the night with him. So 3 to 6. And when I would come back, he would ask, how was it? No, Baba, I did not like it. It was not good. Next day he would ask money to read in newspaper what movie is there. So another movie. So this is very good movie. You go. And that too was not good. About 10 movies. He said one after another.
Is this Hindi film or Western film?
One Western and the rest of course Eastern. But I did not like any. And of course, when I would go to movie, I would just think about him. That here, of course, if Baba would need this or need that, what happened? So I would not feel happy. And then I did not know that why Baba was sending me to see the movie. And afterwards, of course, he dropped his body. Minutes?
5 Indian minutes. Beth said we
But
have to be out here by
you hear how he gets this this job to show the 5 fingers. I don't
It's because everybody else is too afraid. And I'm too stupid.
That is the work he does for Baba.
When anything happens, you should be in the room. You will close him in the room.
And the thing is, you've got your, the other thing immediately after this.
The program?
No,
So now, ask. If there is anything, don't think now.
So how should be meetings, our meetings, New York meetings? Well, how should be those meetings done? We always
Now you had gone there, the center is there, Sufi center.
Sufi center, okay.
So how they are doing?
So they do their way, they're singing. So how our meetings should be done?
That means how regular they are to come. Once a week meeting is there? How? Once a week or every day?
They have their
Thursday.
Thursday.
And
then they have
Saturday.
other programs.
They have every Thursday singing, yeah.
Secret.
And then they have Saturday meetings as well, but they have other programs that are events open to the public and things like that.
But now I think even, how many people here have been to a movie in the last week? One. In the last 3, even in New York, people don't even have time to go to movies.
Yes, but that's because Bhau was here.
$10.
Yeah, this is the problem, that it's people did not come.
But you know how good they are that they did not see the movie.
We have movie at home. Movie at home.
TV.
But that is movie.
No, Baba's
that old,
movie.
old film.
Video, we have the same at home.
But at least they should have some recreation.
So what should be done?
What is wrong?
We're all
with
making
that?
movies.
We're making movies.
There's a good movie, Bend It Like Beckham,
Oh, that's a great movie.
directed by an Indian woman director.
There's a movie.
Only thing that if it is convenient,
Yeah.
conveniently possible, because money is also required.
Yeah.
So one thing that you just have the plan at least 10 years
Yes, oh yes.
plan, so that you know you may collect and the time comes and then of course have it.
I have a similar question. When we're trying to serve others in order to serve Baba, we're trying to please them. How can we please everyone? Everyone has a different opinion.
These means serve whom? The poor, the disabled.
Ourselves even, the Baba community even.
So that's a good our community who, if you can help them, it is good. But depends upon how much you have, what help you can render. Everything should be, you know, according to the limit. Whatever is available under that you do, and which is possible, so that nobody should feel bad about it. Nobody should feel that, oh, now it is, we have to give. Everyone is free, contribute or not to contribute. It should be left to the people. And if they are interested, they will do it. If they are not interested, they will not. There was one case I am telling you. Nariman Dada Chanji. His wife is there, Arnavas, at Mehrazad. So Nariman Dada Chanji from Bombay. So he is very old lover of Baba. So he would always come to Baba. Now the center was there, Bombay Center. So those who created that center, they complained to Baba that Nariman being the old devotee of yours, and he does not attend to the center. And Baba said, Nariman, you must go and attend. So poor fellow, though he did not like the Baba's order, so he would come every week. He would come and sit there. He would attend. So it happened. He was not interested. Why to go there? I go to Baba. When there is time, he would come to Baba. So he would not go. But when the complaint came, Baba said, give order. And when Baba gave the order, he did not disobey. He would go.
How is in today's world and problems is not one of the best way of serving is to help people know more of spirituality and how to share Baba's name and how to spread Baba's name. Do we have any responsibility in doing work as far as that goes?
Really Baba's name, to spread Baba's name, how to spread? It should be through love. So through love, when of course, if you do it through love, through service, you render, it affects them. It affects. If it is selfless service, it affects. And that is real service. That's why I said that when you serve anyone, know well that you are serving God in him or in them. And it is not, you are not obliging anyone. Actually, what happens? The beggars. You go to India, you find beggars. They come here. And they come to you and they just, oh beggars, you must give. Suppose one beggar, you give money. He goes to liquor shop and drinks. Even the beggars, they have the bank account, huh? So they drink and they just fall in the street, and truck comes and just goes on him, and he dies. Who is responsible for that? The money you give to help me. So it happens how to give and how to not to give, to whom to give and to whom not to give. So it is very difficult. Better if you have something, just think that, oh, in name of God, for God, I'm just helping him, and forget about it. But such help does not help. Even someone is hungry and you give food. For the time being today, his problem is solved. Tomorrow, the same problem he is facing. So how can you help lifelong? If you have anything that, but that person, he should have some attitude that if you provide something to him, he should also do something. If he is disabled, cannot do, that is different thing. So disabled person, helpless, so helpless, disabled, how can one expect to do him to do anything? So just help him. Help him, there is nothing wrong. Now we are we have got dispensary, and we have got also hospital, we have got a school. Now education is very costly, but free education. Now the students are just increasing more and more every year, and that of course then we have to expand. more and more. So there should be some limit for that. But we are trying our best to provide best of education. Now the principal is Christian. Christian, we never asked her to just come to Baba or this, never. But she is so much devoted, and of course in the morning when students come, the prayer, I just, I was amazed one day I went there, Master's prayer. So it is their choice. We never ask them to, or we never ask them to take the children to Baba's Samadhi. No, never. But they themselves do. Many Christian teachers are there in our school. But they do. And when they do, of course, we don't object. Why do we do that? So it is their choice. We never, in hospital, so many poor people, they come. All poor people. But nowadays, not poor, but those who have money, they also come. By thinking that, of course, it is a good thing to just Baba's place. For that purpose, there are some, they come. But poor, they come there. But we don't say that you just take Baba's name and then take medicine. It is for them. It is for them. If they want, they do. We never ask them.
But here in the West, they don't know of Mayor Baba. I mean, it's not like, or even the depth of spirituality.
Now what happens, they don't know. But now any place you select, naturally you will have Baba's picture there. The name will be there, will be up on some institution, Mehar school or this or that. Generally people do that. So name is there. So it is for them to accept or don't accept. If they want to know something, they will ask. They will ask, suppose the school is there and you have certain program there, and your item is there, one program for Baba. So they can come to know about that. But actually to praise them, it should be from the heart, it should be accepted. Otherwise, if you just praise that, it always happens. Christianity, Islam, they just quote Christianity very lovingly. They do it, but they also force. And this missionary, of course, in India, in other countries, I don't know, but in India, so there are many poor people that take undue advantage. And of course, they help them, and at the same time, they make them Christian, convert. So that should not be there. It should be out of love. Because whether you are Christian or Muslim or Zoroastrian or anyone, Buddhist, you are just the same. God is in everyone. So why we should just create that distinction? And God never, Buddha never wanted that, Muhammad never wanted that, or Jesus never wanted that. But we now, this Islam, they said Islam should rule over the world. For that preparation is going on. And that's why terrorists, they are creating because they wanted to rule over the world. So this is not proper. He does not like that. God does not like that. But it is happening. This is Shiva. You know Shiva, Ravan, who was in Lanka, Ram killed Ravan. So this Shiva was devotee of Shiva. Shiva God, he is devotee. But he was following rituals. And Ram, he was the avatar. So he was opposing him. He was not actually following Shiva, he was following the rituals. And he became a terrorist. Terrorist and big kingdom he had. And lot of trouble he created all these people, those who were just in the forest, they would just go through different penances, austerities and this. So these people, they were troubling him, troubling them all the time. But he was also devotee of Shiva. So devotee of Shiva, what is the difference? That he was following rituals. And because he was following rituals, he was just thinking that he was following God and he was denouncing God. So it happens. Ritual plays such a role. He makes one very, very rigid. Very rigid. You have to do this. And if you don't do it, they don't fail to kill you. Yes. If you don't do it, you must kill. Yes. It happens. So, do you know the difference between ritual and law? Those who follow rituals, they do not hesitate to kill others. Yes. They always hate others, that they don't follow God. They don't follow, but they think that others don't follow God. Yes. Very rigid in that. That's why now number.
Isn't love gift from God? How can we don't have this gift yet? When I have gift from God as love, I don't have to do anything. I will be must.
Gift, everyone will have that gift. Because he is bound in us. And he wants to make us free. To make us free. That's why he suffers. We don't follow him. So he has to suffer. Gift everyone has. Everyone has infinite knowledge, power and bliss. But why we are ignorant? Because we don't follow. Our ways are different. Rituals and ceremonies. Allah Mia feels very happy. But she did not bow down, I bowed down.
Yet, how can we love if we do not have it? We don't have gift of love yet. So how you talk about that everything should be done with love. But if we do not have that love, how could we and what could we
then
do?
Then you follow rituals.
Follow rituals.
Every day you must go there. To follow, every day you must go.
Okay, we will.
That day, he was singing Rumi. It was such a thing. I felt so happy. And then, of course, I wanted to tell them about Rumi. Then of course I told Shekha, I wanted to tell, oh, should I call them? She said, it's for you. I am ready to spend some time. She went and then she, of course, I don't know what she did. And I just saw her standing in one place and talking with other persons. But from me, she said, oh, yes, I called them. Oh, Rumi, of course, it is good. Rumi was a perfect master. But whether they accept him as a perfect master. One with God. No. God? No. God, they accept God. But a messenger or someone, they don't son of God. Son very active. Father, nothing. All power, all knowledge, all bliss. But creation does not exist for him. So what he should do? It is the son who does everything. The same one as Buddha, of course. He did not say that son or this or that. No, he did not. Ram did not say, Krishna did not say. But the situation, when situation is like this, so they don't tell. They tell the people, yes, I am the son, I am the messenger of God. It's like this. But the same one, the same ancient one. When Baba was 7 years old, one day he felt that, oh, I was Buddha. I was Buddha. And 5 years old, when he was in school, he got the glimpse, and of course in the school, of course, the principal thought that he was sick or something, and something wrong, so he was sent back. Mother, all the time, mother tried her best. 9 months she did not sleep. So mother tried her best, different things, different doctors. But it was quite different. God consciousness, but no creation consciousness. Then he has to take creation consciousness. And that's why he went to different masters. But Allah Mia, you don't need creation consciousness. Just God consciousness.
But still, if I do not have God's love, what should I do? How can I serve with love if I do not have that love?
That, really speaking, that is the grace. Love is the grace of God. And if He is pleased with you in a moment, He will just change. In a moment. But for that purpose, at least 20 years, you have to go. 20 years.
5 times a day.
But each of us has some experience of Baba's love, some small experience. That's why each of us. That's why we're here. So
that's right.
When we feel that love,
that is true. That is true. I don't deny that.
So when
Allah Mia is denying. I don't deny.
Baba said a gift from God.
Grace. Grace.
Grace forever.
She is very simple. Very simple, and I like her very much. So I tease her.
I know that, but I do not have that love. When I will have that love, I will be crazy.
But one day, of course, you will get it. That's why I said for 20 years, just go and do it.
Okay.
And one day, yes.
We'll go to Sufi.
It's the opposite, Al. When you have that love, you won't be crazy anymore.
No, it will be must, but what should I do now? You and me and we, all Baba's people.
I tell you, Baba would also go to different places, that Puma, this one and that one. All the masters, of course, he went. He went to the tomb. And then not only this, but also he would pray just like others. Whatever prayer would be there, he would pray. He would do that. And there have been in 1953, 40 days, midnight he would go to church, to the temples, to the mosque, to the gurudwaras, Agyari, you know? No? Agyari temple of Zoroastrian. Agyari they say. So he would go at midnight and prayers would be there according to that religion. And he would bow down to that person who, just like priest, would bow down to it. So he would do that. Why he was doing that? Nobody would know that Baba went here and Baba did this. When he would go to the graves would be there, and he would remain in seclusion there at night. What he was doing? What he was doing? Allah may tell me.
I do not know.
I do not know.
I am still Allah. Allah Mia, unconscious state of God. So I do not know.
Unconscious. That's right. How clever you are.
I do not know.
For us, it appears this right here. But how many times we have come, how many times we have gone. And again we are in this form. So we don't know how many mothers, fathers, wives, husbands you had. No idea. Everybody. This is a dream. In dream, of course, you go on changing. So good that you are unconscious. Otherwise, you would have created a lot of trouble.
Maybe.
Yes. Suppose your husband died and now he's 15 years old and you say, oh, you are my husband. What you will say? What you will say? If you say that you are my husband, what? You old woman, you are telling me that I am your husband. How can I be your husband? You would get upset.
If I will know that he used to be my husband, I won't say that. Why?
Good that you are unconscious, that's why I say. You are unconscious, it is good. If you become conscious, you will create trouble. Anyway, is there anything to ask particularly? No? So we should disperse. So why not to disperse this? Which is before you. Just have it.
Wow. So that's the reason why Baba says to remember him all the time, so we're in present of his love.
So?
Is that the reason why Baba says to remember me always? So they're in the presence of love.
That is true. That is true. If you don't have love, and that's why he does not say that you just sit there and remember him. No. While doing your work, you can remember. Nothing. And even once in a day, if you can remember wholehearted, he's being happy. So when are you coming to India?
I hope soon. Soon, I hope.
June?
Oh, well, soon, I hope. Soon.
Soon. I heard June, so I thought that.
No.
Young adult from 25th June, it is there. So no one is going from here. Yeah?
Maybe in December.
I might go in the fall.
He's a regular.
Mm-hmm.
He's a regular. Mother Teresa, when are you coming?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Early September.
See, young ones, of course, this time, young ones are coming more and more. Aloba, he was in hospital, I was in hospital. Both were in hospital, different hospital. But I would phone him every day. So how are you? So he says everything is all right, but the food is killing me. So I said, why don't you have from outside? The rule, they are at this hospital, Dada Vaswani, he was saintly person. So his picture is everywhere, in every room. And the rule is that non-veg, no, vegetarian food and this and that, everything. So he says, according to the rule, I said that when I was in that hospital, the administrator came to me and he said, how is the food? I said, so-so. He said, why not to have from outside? I said, because of the rule, you do one thing, he said. You cover the picture, you would not be able to see. So I told Aloba. He said, no, I cannot do that. But fortunately that evening, somebody brought soup for him and he had the soup. Next day, what happens that he was a little bit nervous, surgery. He was to go for surgery. So he was a little bit nervous. So I said to him, Aloba, you are nervous? You are the person who went to Iran and Baba is God. In Iran, of course, nobody can bear it. In Iran, no one can say, but Baba is God. And even he was taken to the police station. But Baba is God. I said, there of course you are, and here you become nervous. The one who has so much courage, and now you say, you seem nervous. No, Baba is God. He was taken for surgery. And Baba is God. And then of course his surgery was performed. Baba is God. And surgeon says, please, he asked the physician, please ask him to stop, I feel disturbed. So the physician tells him that please, just stop it. But he continued, Baba is God, and then he said, all right, if you don't want, I will not say out loudly. But he said, Baba is God, Baba is God.
Could just say this.
And then, as soon as the surgery was over, Jai Baba. Loudly, loudly, huh? Jai Baba. Finished. So nothing, nobody has to say anything.
What story would you have told about Rumi?
Baba is God.
About Rumi, Baba had told us. Rumi, of course, he was called Maulana Rumi. Maulana means high priest. And he would write and write. Sublime things he wrote. And when he would go from one place to another, all his manuscript will be just loaded on the back of the camels. So once, of course, he was going somewhere. Somewhere he was going, and in the desert, water is not available. But oasis, somewhere you find the oasis. So where oasis was, he found. So Maulana means so many people along with him. So he stayed there because the water was there. And they were taking rest. And one madman came. And all these manuscripts he took from the back of the camel and threw them in the oasis. And Maulana Rumi and all his followers, they just got wild. And that one, what he did, he took it out and put before them, intact. And Maulana Rumi, when he saw that he looks like mad, he is not mad. And I just write, I'm thinking that I'm something great. I don't have such thing. So, of course, he followed him. So he followed him, and now just see, when I say that it is a question of a moment. So Maulana Rumi would play chess with him. His name was Shams Tabriz. So they would play, and every time Rumi would lose. And one day, one night, when they are playing, and he was very, very positive that he would win, but again he lost. So 5 minutes over. Over.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you very much.
Baba.
You understand that he talks for me most of the time and for you as well.
Very good one.
What we discussed yesterday. Now it's no traffic. Right here.
Right here. If I come to India,
Papa, 5 minutes or 3 months already.